here in the top of the first inning. The Wagoner Bulldog versus the Jay Bulldogs in regional 4A final. There's a line drive up and over the second baseman or the shortstop's head for a base hit. Number 4 for Jay, able to lead off with a single, as it's just over the outstretched arm of seniors shortstop Jalen Forkiller for the base hit. And timeout on the field is something. First base ump doesn't like something with the gate, and not sure what's going on. Maybe some power issue in the. Well, I'm not going to assume because I have no idea. But anyway, we've got a timeout on the field, and looks like everything is settled back in. It's the second batter of the top of the first inning, with the runner on first after an opening single. Here's a bunt attempt up and over for strike one. No balls, one strike. So the Jay Bulldogs at the plate. This ball right down the middle for strike two. Batter behind in the count. No balls, two strikes. Looking for the inside corner and got it with the call. Griffin retires her first batter. It's Zoe Griffin on the mound, Kenzie Forkiller at first, Josiah Pierce at second. Jalen Forkiller at short, Maya Renshaw. Third base behind the plate is Juliana Goose Hutchins. In left field, it's Shari Berry. In center field, it's Adrian Coker. And in right field is Kendra Condit. Here's an attempt to steal second. And she is safe as she was able to dodge the tag. The throw from home was a little wide. Forkiller was able to bring it in, but the base runner with the nifty move to step around. So advance the runner to second on the stolen base. 2 balls, 1 strike for the batter at the plate. That ball high and outside. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike for the Jay batter. This is their third. And that comes in low and inside, and that batter will walk. Now runners on first and second. I apologize for the wind noise that you may be hearing, but it's a little breezy out. We're sitting right underneath the scoreboard in the shade, so it may not sound real good, but it feels good. I'll try to block as much of that wind out as I can. Runners on first and second. Here's a fly ball into left field, and that will go into foul territory. First baseman Forkiller tried to run it down but couldn't track it. No balls, 1 strike for the Jay batter. Ball 1 for Jay. 1-1 the count. As Griffin delivers the second ball. 2 balls, 1 strike with 1 out. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Counts even at 2 with 1 out and 2 on, as we are just now starting the first inning of regional finals. Griffin looking for the outside corner, could not get it on that one, so it is a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That ball fouled away. Batter remains alive. Still a full count. Here's a short pop fly, and a little confusion between Hutchins and Four-Killer, and they were not able to catch that as a foul ball. The batter still remains alive with full count 3-2. Two batters or two runners on base. There's a pop fly into center field coming right into your living room, and Coker is there to make the catch for the second out. Hopefully you're able to catch that wherever you may be watching. We appreciate everyone that's logged on. And seems like things are going well so far. And appreciate Garrett Haddock working behind the scenes and almost bringing that one pop fly right into your living room or classroom or office, wherever you may be watching Friday Night Bulldogs. It's Thursday morning Bulldogs tonight or today. So TMB instead of FNB, it's TMB. And we are excited to watch this game to the end. No balls, two strikes. With the runners on first and second with two outs. That ball high and outside for ball one. He got her looking on that third strike. Griffin retires the batter as the ump calls it on the outside corner for the third out. As we enter the bottom of the first, there's no score. And we want to welcome all the schools here. Wagoner may have this on their in the classroom. It's about lunchtime, and so there may be a lot of TVs running right now with Friday Night Bulldogs and the Wagoner Lady Bulldog softball team. We appreciate all of those that are logged on, whether you're at Ellington, you're at Teague, you're at the middle school, the high school. And hopefully you're able to catch all the action here as we are here for the duration, as we await the results. And the Wagner Bulldogs are in hopes that we will advance next week into the Super Regionals. Now, if by chance that the J Bulldogs are able to prevail in this game, then they will have to advance into the final game. I apologize for calling this the regional final. It's actually the regional super or semifinal, as it's the best out of three series. So should the J Bulldogs prevail here, Jay and Wagner will play a third game, and it'll be the best of three that advances. But the Wagner Bulldogs will have plenty to say to that, as number 2, Jalen Four-Killer, steps up to the plate to open the bottom of the first. This will be the first bat for the Wagner Lady Bulldogs. Four-Killer, the senior shortstop, will lead it off. There's a line drive to third base. Third baseman able to gobble it up. Makes the throw to first for the first out. One out as number 26, the sophomore catcher, Juliana Hutchins, steps up to the plate. And if you're no stranger to the Wagner Lady Bulldog softball team, this one may be coming into your living room as we await Hutchins. First pitch was a ball, 1 ball, no strikes for Juliana Hutchins. That ball high and inside for ball 2. There's a strike on the changeup. 2 balls, 1 strike for Hutchins at the plate. Hutchins takes a swing and a miss for strike 2. Counts even at 2. with one out and nobody on. That ball is low for ball 3. Full count for Hutchins. This ball high and inside, and Hutchins will take her base on balls. His third baseman, Maya Renshaw, at the plate now. Hutchins at first with one out. Pitch high and outside for ball 1. Renshaw takes a swing for strike 1. 1-1 the count for Renshaw. A beautiful breezy morning for regional semifinal action. And here's a long shot into right field, and it is gone. Maya Renshaw with a dinger. 2 RBI home run early on in this game. Maya Renshaw goes yard for the first runs of game. Hopefully you were able to catch that at home as Renshaw over the left field fence for the first runs of the game. Drives in Hutchins as well. Wagoner Bulldogs 2, J Bulldogs 0. We're in the bottom of the first with one out. Number 32, so Griffin. Number 32 now at the plate, Zoe Griffin. Ball high and outside for ball 1. If you missed it yesterday in opening action of regional finals, it was Jay and Wagner, and that ball is fouled away up and over the backstop. Ball 1, strike 1 for Griffin. In that game yesterday, saw Wagner pull away into the 5th inning for a 12-0 win, and here is a line drive to right field that goes foul. So Griffin will go back to the plate and be looking at a 1-2 count. So that game ended after 5 with the Wagoner Lady Bulldogs prevailing 12-0. Jay was able to advance after beating the Cleveland Tigers yesterday, and now we're in the regional semifinal. Well, I guess technically it's still the finals, as if Wagner wins, then they advance. If Jay does win, then we will play a third game between these two teams later on this afternoon. If the first inning is any indication, the Wagoner Lady Bulldogs are looking to punch their ticket to the Super Regionals, but there's a lot of softball to play until that decision is made, and Griffin is still at the plate looking at a 2-2 pitch. Griffin takes a swing for a foul ball. The count remains 2-2. There's a line drive down to shortstop, and she is able to make the throw to first for the second out. And I guess I've answered my early question that I may have posed to Mr. Haddock at the beginning. So it's homecoming week, as many of you know, and today, dress-up day, is Hollywood Star Day, and let's just say that I do not look like Mr. Holmes, and thought it. Here is a line drive into right field, and it'll go foul, as it is number 24, Kinsey Fourkiller, at the plate. I do not look like Mr. Holmes, but I dressed up as a celebrity, and I was kind of wondering that maybe if the girls looked out here to center field and saw what was back here. That might be a little distracting, but I think Renshaw answered that question with that 2-run dinger. As Four-Killer goes up and over the backstop for strike 2. 0 balls, 2 strikes. And got her on a changeup looking, I call it strike 3 that ends the inning. So the score still remains Wagoner Lady Bulldogs 2, J Lady Bulldogs 0 as we enter the second inning. So got a lot of students dressing up, participating in homecoming week. Got a lot of, it was Hollywood star, Hollywood celebrity favorite character day, and plenty of characters. We've seen a Steve Harvey. We've seen a Snoop Dogg. We've seen Lainey. Is it Lainey Wilson? Yeah, Lainey Wilson. Ice Cube is roaming around Wagner Middle School. We've seen quite a few characters already. As the Wagner Lady Bulldogs softball team looks to celebrate homecoming if results continue as they are, and we'll be able to enjoy the game tomorrow when the Wagner Bulldogs host the Miami War Dogs in homecoming 2024, and that'll get started at 6:15 tomorrow night. But until then, we've got a lot of softball to play as we enter the top of the second. J Bulldogs at the plate. That ball is a strike fastball. I'm not sure if you guys are able to hear the pop of the glove, but we sure can. As that ball has got a lot of velocity on it, a lot of speed, firing right down the middle from Griffin to Hutchins. And batter chasing that one for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a line drive, goes foul. Count still remains 1-2 for Griffin at the plate. Ball 2. Counts even 2-2. And that batter goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. The fielder, number 9, Jordan Yuntuck. 1 out, nobody on. The second batter of the inning takes a strike on the first pitch. And there's strike 2. And the batter goes down swinging for strike 3. 2 out now. Second base, number 7, Ella Guy. 2 out, nobody on for Jay at the plate. That ball on the outside corner for strike 1. Again, I apologize for the wind. Still not sure how it's breaking through because I've got my mic covered, but it's still at least blowing in my ears. As it is picked up significantly. One ball, 2 strikes for the J bat. Nobody on, 2 out. Foul ball. And the count still remains 1-2. And just like that, there's no wind. And there is strike 3. Griffin 3 up, 3 down. As we enter the second inning, or the bottom of the second, Wagoner 2, J0. We'll be back with you in just a moment. And we're back to the action in the bottom of the second. It's number 10, the sophomore second baseman, Josiah Pierce, at the plate. Pierce with the line pop fly into left field, which will go into foul territory for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike for Pierce as we start the top of the bottom of the second. Pierce with a pop fly into left field again, and this time the left fielder is there to make the catch into fair territory for the first out. Center fielder, number 6, Coker. Coker at the plate now for Wagoner. Here's a line drive into left field. It'll fall for a base hit. Coker at first base with the single. Right fielder number 11, Is number 11, Kendrick Condon, at the plate now with 1 on and 1 out. Here's a line drive to third base, and third baseman can't track it down. Coker slides it safely into second, and Condon goes to first with the single. Again, we apologize for the wind, and we're trying to block it as much as we can. And it's Shari Berry at the plate now with 2 on, 1 out. Takes a swing, and here's a slide into third for the safe at third for Coker as she steals third. Catcher had a little bit of trouble gathering that pitch in, so Condit advances to second. Runners on second and third for Shari Berry with an 0-1 count. That ball comes in as a strike. Now 0-2 for Berry. Berry chases that one for strike 3. And we're back to the top of the lineup with Jalen Fourkiller. 2 outs. Runners on second and third for Fourkiller. Low and inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes for Fourkiller. line drive coming into your bedroom, and that is caught by the center fielder for the Jay Bulldogs. And that will be the end of the second. Bulldogs leave 2 on base. As we enter the top of the third, appreciate everyone that's logged on to watch regional action with Wagoner Lady Bulldogs able to host regionals here at Wagoner Softball Stadium, the new and improved Wagoner Softball Stadium, and it is a beautiful facility. We appreciate the work that's been put in to make it look that way by coaches and administration and the girls themselves. They take a lot of pride in their stadium and want to keep it looking well. So we're at the top of the third. Score still remains Wagoner 2, Jay 0, as the Jay Bulldogs are at the plate. Here's a line drive. Second baseman Pierce is right there. Throws it over to Four-Killer for the first out. Shortstop, number 4, Tyler Crow. 1 out for Jay at the plate as the second batter of the third inning steps up. Here's an attempted bunt that goes foul for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Here's a foul ball for strike 2. 0 balls, 2 strikes. It's still Griffin on the mound for Wagoner. There's a line drive to Renshaw. Renshaw over to Four-Killer for the second out. And the Lady Bulldogs right now are clicking defensively as they have not even had to take a step toward the ball. Ball coming right at them. First out was Pierce. Second out that you just saw was Renshaw. Now the third batter of the third inning takes the first pitch swinging for strike 1. Here's a line drive into left field over left fielder's head and bounces off the wall for a stand-up double. Number 15 for Jay, which I believe is the pitcher. Line drive over Barry's head. Hits the back wall for a stand-up double. And now number 15 will have a pinch runner come on to run for her. As you see the trade out right there at second base. Number 12 will be the runner. Ball low and inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 0 strikes. 2 out for Jay as we're in the top of the third. Ball high. 2 balls, 0 strikes. Ball 3 now. 3 balls, no strikes for Jay at the plate. That ball is right at the knees for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. with the runner on second. That ball low and inside corner for strike two, as the J batter was looking to take her base on balls. Now we got a full count. And here's a line drive into right field, and great job by Josiah Pierce, able to run that one down into shallow right field for the third out. Jay Bulldogs leave a runner on base as we enter the third inning when Wagoner steps up to the plate. Hope everything's going great for you at home. We'll be back with you as soon as the batter steps to the plate to start the bottom of the third. Wagoner 2, Jay 0. And we're back to action. Number 26, Juliana Hutchins at the plate. And we said something the first time she came up, and we'll say it again. You might be looking at this one coming into your living room. Hutchins to lead off in the bottom of the third. Takes the first pitch as a ball. Ball one. One ball, no strikes for Hutchins. That ball high and inside for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. And I apologize to anyone that's trying to contact me on my phone. I'm not ignoring you. It's just we're using that as a hotspot to be able to stream today. And apparently it's working, so that's a good thing. But I am not ignoring you as that comes in at ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. And Hutchins looks that one in for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike now for Hutchins, leading off the bottom of the third. Takes a swing at that. Deep ball in and over the fence for the home run. Not quite into your living room, but nevertheless, the same results. Goes over the back fence, deep into left field for the home run. Hutchins leads off the inning with an RBI. Home run. It's 3-0 Wagoner. All 3 runs now have come off of dingers. The first one came in the first inning. It was a 2-run shot by who's at the plate right now, third baseman Meyer Renshaw. And then you just saw the third run as Hutchins went yard. And it's Wagoner 3-0 over Jay. No outs with Renshaw at the plate. Low and inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes for Renshaw. Here's a shallow pop fly, first baseman able to run it down for the first out. Pitcher. It's number 32, the pitcher, Zoe Griffin, at the plate now with 1 out and nobody on. Here's a deep drive into left field, and the left fielder is there to make the catch. Left fielder has been busy today as most of the balls have come into left field. Unfortunately for Jay, A lot of those balls have been over the fence. There's a line drive into right field, right center this time, and that'll fall for the base hit. Number 24, Kinsey Four-Killer with the stand-up single. Two outs for Wagoner as Josiah Pierce is at the plate. First pitch is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. It's a Four-Killer on first. Pierce, line drive into center field. Center fielder is there to make the catch, and that will be the end of the inning, but not before the Wagoner Bulldogs add one more to the scoreboard, thanks to a home run from Juliana Hutchins. Wagoner 3, Jay 0, as we await the beginning of the 4th inning. Number 16, Jory Moore. Here we are beginning the top of the 4th, and Jay at the plate. Here's a line drive into left field. That'll fall for a base hit. Barry is there, and the Jay Bulldogs start off the inning with a single. No outs with 1 on as the batter steps up to the plate and takes a swing at strike 1. No balls, 1 strike for Jay. Here's an attempted bunt that goes foul. The runner will have to come back. The base batter will have to come back as she looks at an 0-2 count. The ball low and inside for ball 1. 1-2 for Jay. For the top of the 4th, Wagoner 3, Jay 0. That ball low and outside for ball 2. The count's even at 2 with the runner on first. Swing and a miss for ball or strike 2, and Hutchins almost throws out the runner at first. Fielder number 21. But she is safe as the next batter steps up after the strikeout. 1 out with the runner on first. Fouled away for ball or strike 1. No balls, 1 strike for Jay with a runner on first. Low and outside for ball 2. 1, that is. 1-1. Here's a line drive to first base, and that will get through for a base hit. Jay Bulldogs now with runners on first and second after back-to-back singles. Jay trying to climb their way back into this game, being down 3-0 in the top of the fourth. Swing and a miss for strike one. Ball outside, 1-1. That ball fouled away for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Griffin still at the plate as she started the game that way. Hutchins behind the plate as the batter goes down swinging for the second out. 2 outs now with the runner on first. It's Four-Killer, the younger, at first. Josiah Pierce at second. Four-Killer, the elder, short. Meyer Renshaw at third. In the outfield, right fielder is Kendra Condit. Center fielder Adrian Coker. And in left field is Shari Berry. As Griffin delivers the second strike. Batter behind the count 0-2 and chases that one for a strike. Griffin retires yet another batter, and we are headed into the bottom of the fourth. Wagoner 3, Jay 0. If you're just now joining us, scoring started early as Meyer Renshaw, homered, a 2-run shot. No score in the second inning, and then the third inning saw a single shot from Hutchins up and over the left field wall, well over the left field wall, almost in the soccer field next to Wagoner Softball Stadium, and that is where you get the 3-0 score. Jay Bulldogs have had 4 hits, but no runners have advanced beyond second, as the Bulldog defense has been very disciplined in their fielding. Adrian Coker is at the plate. If you were with us yesterday, you saw her hit 2 dingers, and she's looking to add to that total as we start the bottom of the fourth inning. Coker leading off. Winds died down just a little bit, and if you know me at all, you know that I have not been able to say this, and probably here's a pop fly into left field, and the left fielder is there to make the catch. I haven't been able to say this in at least 15, maybe 20 years, but the wind's kind of blowing the hair in my face. And again, it's homecoming week here at Wagoner, and we've got the Hollywood Stars, Hollywood Celebrity dress up today, and we'll just leave it at that, and then I'll explain why the hair is blowing in my face. Coker takes the first pitch as a strike. No balls, 1 strike as we start the bottom of the fourth. Coker with a line drive foul down third base line. No balls, 2 strikes now. Here's the 0-2 pitch in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Coker, the sophomore center fielder. There's a pop fly coming right at us, and the Jays center fielder is at the warning track if we had one. Well, I guess we do. as that one almost came into our lens. Stoker looking to continue her home run ways from yesterday. Comes to the warning track, but the center fielder is there to make the catch. And now it is Shari Berry at the plate with 2 out. Here's a short pop fly, and third baseman able to track it down for the 3rd out. It was in foul territory, but third baseman makes an excellent play to end the inning. Score still Wagoner 3-0 over Jay. Entering the top of the 5th, we'll go 7 officially, and if it needs to be decided beyond that, we'll keep going until someone prevails. But as of now, Wagoner hanging on to a 3-0 lead. If everything's still going well for you at home, we appreciate everyone supporting Wagoner softball. As there's a good crowd in this mid-morning game. Originally scheduled for 1 o'clock, but Jay and Wagoner both agreed to up it to 11. And so that's why we had the change in times. Wherever you're watching, we appreciate you logging on. I know a lot of our classrooms here, Wagoner Public Schools, cheering on our Wagoner Lady Bulldogs. And maybe you're at the office, maybe you're at home, or maybe you're on the road. Thank you for logging on and supporting Wagoner Bulldog softball. If the results remain, the Wagoner Bulldogs will be the regional champs and will advance to the super regionals, where there is a chance that Wagoner will be able to host that as well. Here's a line drive to third base Renshaw, and makes an easy play of it over to Four-Killer for the first out of the inning. The Lady Bulldogs are hoping to host super regionals next week, and we'll get that word to you as soon as we know. And that will be, I believe, on Thursday and Friday of next week. Here's a short chopper to Renshaw. Renshaw to Four-Killer for the second out, as both Renshaw and Four-Killer back-to-back outs on the short line drives to third base. Number 15, McKenna Bachman. This is the pitcher, number 15, for Jay at the plate now with 2 out in the top of the 5th. Low and inside for ball 1. Low and inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes for Jay's pitcher. Fouls that one away for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Two out, nobody on. Another foul ball up and over for strike 2. 2-2 the count now. Pitch comes in with the ball. We're at a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That's low and inside, and the batter will take her base on balls. Pitcher for Jay with her second successful journey to the bases. And we'll have a pinch runner for her on first. 2 outs. Runner on first. There's a strike on the outside corner for Griffin. Ball low for ball one. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Griffin looks to retire the inning. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Here's a line drive into left field. Condit able to track it down for the third out. Nice play by Kendrick Condit, running in on hot fly to end the inning. We're entering the bottom of the fifth. Wagoner still ahead 3-0 over Jay. And we'll be back when the batter steps up to the plate. Thanks for watching. Floor killer. Dang it. Are you kidding me? Testing 1, 2. Are you serious? No. Why would that? 26. And we're back to the action here. Hutchins at the plate as Coker is at first and now steals second. Or not Coker, sorry, that's a four killer. Four killer with the walk to start and advances to second on the steal. And it's Hutchins at the plate. That ball low and outside as Hutchins takes her base on balls. 2 runners on. Hutchins at first, four killer the elder at second. And it's the third baseman, Maya Renshaw, at the plate. She's already went yard one time for this game. And no doubt she wants to drive in her. Here's a pop fly up and over. For strike one. Here's a line drive into right center field, and the center fielder is there to make the catch. Four killer tags up at second and advances to third. Hutchins stays at first. As the sun begins to go beyond the softball scoreboard where we are standing here at center field. So your pitcher may be changed up a little bit as the sun is no longer blocked. That's why we've made a couple of. And here we have a pickle going on. 4-killer looking to score, and she is tagged out as the Wagoner Lady Bulldogs looking to be a little bit more aggressive in their base running. As Hutchins advances to second, 4-killer tried to advance home. The pitcher decided to go home, and the tag out was there. And Hutchins advances to third. Here's a line drive to the second baseman, and she cannot collect it, and Griffin gets to first base and is able to get an RBI single as Hutchins crosses home plate. A lot of action there in the last couple of pitches, as it looks like Siri LaFay will be pinch running for Griffin, as she is standing on first. This is Kenzie 4-killer at the plate for the Bulldogs. That was hard to see. 2 outs. Yes, sir. 4-killer takes a swing and fouls it over the left field fence. For strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike for 4-killer with LaFay at first. 4-killer fouls that one away for strike 2. Ball 1. Strike 2. The ball goes high for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes for 4-killer with 2 out. Line drive into left field. It falls for a base hit. 4-killer with the single. LaFay advances to second. Runners on first and second for, looks like number 10, Josiah Pierce at the plate, Wagoner Lady Bulldogs. Here's a shallow pop fly to the shortstop. She is there to make the catch, and that will end the inning. Bulldogs leave 2 runners on base, but are able to score 1. Wagoner 4, J0. As we enter the top of the 6th, we'll be back in just a moment. We're at the top of the sixth. Wagoner 4, J0. Two balls, one strike for the J batter at the plate. Low and outside for ball three. 3 balls, 1 strike. That's toward the top of the sixth. There's a line drive that will get into the outfield, hits the wall for a stand-up single. Number 2, Kenny Welch. 1-on with nobody out with the J batter at the plate. That ball's a strike. No balls, 1 strike for Griffin at the plate. We got a timeout on the field, and looks like we're going to have another pinch runner. She comes in at first, and now we're back to the action. There's another strike coming in for Griffin. No balls, 2 strikes. That ball high for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Up high into the backstop. Counts even, 2-2. And there's strike 3 as the batter goes down swinging. 1 out with the runner on first. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Griffin catches the inside corner for strike 2. Ahead in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Fouled away to remain alive. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Line drive to first base. Second baseman is there for the backup, and she is out. Great play by Josiah Pierce. Line drive got past first baseman, but Pierce able to back her up and then dives to tag the base with her glove before the runner gets there for the second out. And looks like the J coach disagrees with the call, and now they're having a discussion about it. So timeout on the field as the umpires look to have both now in the meeting with the J coach to discuss that last call, I must presume. The runner on first advanced to second, but the tag was made by Pierce to tag the batter out. And we're back to the action with the runner on second, 2 outs. That ball was low for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Catches the outside corner for strike one. 1-1 the count. Griffin looking for the same exact spot as last pitch, but didn't catch it this time for ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's a swing and a miss for strike two. It's even at 2-2 with 2 out and a runner on second. And the batter chases that one for strike three. Jay leaves a runner on base as we end the 6th inning, the top of the 6th. Score still remains Wagoner 4, Jay 0. We'll be back when the batter steps up. It's Coker to lead off the bottom of the 6th. Wagoner 4-0 over Jay. Coker looks at strike one. No balls, 1 strike. There's a line drive right up the center field stripe if there was one. Coker with a stand-up single to lead off the bottom of the 6th. Number 11, Kendra Condit steps up to the plate now with no outs. And Coker has the runner on first. Here's a bunt down third base, and that is an inerrant throw. And Coker is going to round third and get into home and slide safely home as Condit able to get the RBI bunt. She advances to second on the error. And the Bulldogs of Wagoner increase their lead 5-0 over Jay. As it's number 3, Shari Berry at the plate now for Wagoner with Condit on second. Takes a swing and a miss for strike one. Line drive into left field. Left fielder is there to make the catch. Condit tags up and stays at second. And we have 1 out. Shortstop, number 2. Or to the top of the lineup for the Bulldogs, number 2, Jalen Fourkiller. As she takes the first pitch for strike one. Your line drive in left field again. It'll fall for a base hit. Condit stands at third now with Fourkiller at first. And the bats are starting to heat up for the Wagoner Lady Bulldogs. Catcher. And it's number 26, Juliana Hutchins at the plate now, and we may see an intentional walk to load the bases. We'll wait to see. Right now, it's Four Killer on first and Condit on third, and they look to be pitching to her at least early on. Ball one, no strikes for Hutchins. High and inside for ball two. Low for ball three. 3 balls, no strikes for Hutchins. Pitcher steps off the mound to think about it. And here comes 3-0 pitch. And that will be a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike now for Hutchins at the plate. And Hutchins will take one in the back. She will advance to first on a beanball. And now the bases are loaded for Maya Renshaw. She's already homered once this morning, and she looks to add to that total. Hutchins on first, Four Killer on second, Condit on third, Renshaw at the plate. Here's a high fly ball into shallow infield, and the shortstop is there to make the catch for the first out. Bases remain loaded with 1 out. And it's number 32, Zoe Griffin. If you remember last week during the district championship against Verdigris, Zoe Griffin was with a grand slam. And up until that point, the Bulldogs were trailing. And then after that, they never looked back. Griffin possibly wanting to replicate that. Here's a line drive, and that will go into left field, rolling slowly into the wall, and runners are still running, and it will be Hutchins all the way to the home plate, and Griffin with a 3 RBI stand-up triple. Almost got that grand slam, even if it didn't go out of the park. All 3 runners cross home base, and the Wagoner Lady Bulldogs have opened this game up. Now 9-0. Here's on the fly ball into left field, and this time it is caught by the left fielder as Four Killer Kinsey, that is, flied out into left field to end the inning. Not before the Lady Bulldogs scored 4. We're entering the last inning, the top of the 7th. Jay has one more opportunity to climb back in it. It's 9-0, and we'll be back in just a little bit. We await the top of the 7th inning. This will again be the last opportunity for Jay to climb back into this. Wagner 8. I said 9, sorry. Wagner 8, Jay 0. As the Lady Bulldogs of Wagner look to punch their ticket into super regional action next week. And they've got one more inning to do it. I hope everything's still going well for you wherever you may be watching Friday Night Bulldogs. We appreciate everyone that's logged on. Sorry we haven't been able to interact much as we're battling the sun and the wind and internet signal and just all kinds of stuff. So we still appreciate you, even if we haven't been able to talk to you. As Jay with a last-ditch effort in the top of the seventh. Here's an attempted bunt that goes foul. No balls, 2 strikes. With the leadoff batter for Jay. Pitch is high for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside for ball 2. Counts even at 2-2. We just started the top of the 7th. There's nobody out, nobody on. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Caught it on the inside for a called strike. Griffin with the strikeout to start the 7th inning. Wagoner Bulldogs 2 outs away from advancing to Super Regionals. Strike 1. Fastball right in there for strike 2. And caught her on the outside corner again for a called strike 3. Griffin on fire. And here is the last out and last chance for the Jay Bulldogs. Fast pitch fouled away. That is a ball. And we got 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this could be the last pitch of this game. And it is. The batter goes down swinging. And that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, was the last scene that you'll see from the Wagoner Lady Bulldogs as they advance on to Super Regionals next week by beating the Jay Bulldogs 8-0 here in what's becoming a toasty afternoon. We appreciate everyone that's logged on to watch Friday Night Bulldogs and your Wagoner Lady Bulldog softball team for the 2nd year in a row advancing to the Super Regionals. As soon as we get the information of where that might be, we will let you know on our Facebook page, obviously the school website, and you will be able to make plans to either travel to that destination, which many of the Wagoner fans might believe that it may be right here in this same place next week, or wherever it may be, give you plenty of opportunity to make plans to travel. And, of course, Friday Night Bulldogs will be there to bring the action to you as well. Our Wagoner High School principal, Mr. Ray Penny. Thanks, Ray. And here is the plaque presentation, the regional champions, the Wagoner Lady Bulldogs. It's the Wagoner High School Wagoner High School principal, Ray Penny, making that presentation to the girls, and look like the lone 2 seniors take that from him, be Kendra Condit and Jalen Forkiller. And now all the team pictures that are coming straightway. That's going to do it for us here at Wagoner Softball Stadium. We appreciate everyone that's logged on. And the Wagoner Lady Bulldogs will advance to Super Regionals for the second year in a row by going down or coming back to Wagoner Softball Stadium and beating Jay Bulldogs back-to-back games yesterday and today, and end it with an 8-0 victory. That'll do it for us. Appreciate Garrett Haddock behind the camera and the computer. I'm Jeremy Holmes saying good afternoon, and God bless America.